Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Student. First, I'd like to thank Cairo Secure for giving me the forum to share this with you. But today I am so excited to share something with you that's pretty much one of the most difficult and uncomfortable things for most chiropractors to do in their office, and that's documentation. And today is about documentation made easy. Let's go to the slides. Now, when we look at documentation and we understand um, what we need to do, we want to make it easy. We want to make it easy, 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 easy. However, documentation is about not just putting words on a piece of paper so you can get paid. Yeah, it's about reimbursement, but it's about compliance and reputation. And what do we put in there? And how could we cut corners? And what could we do? And how do we do it? I learned all these things in school, and here I am now in practice. Do I still have to do these things? Well, we're going to go through and explain this in intimate detail. Now, the first thing you need to do, if you want to get paid, you need to stay current. And that's important. If you want to stay off the radar screen of the carriers, you've got to stay current in coding. And coding is critical. And there are companies out there like HJ Ross who have incredible coding platforms that give you the updates. Some of the EMR systems also give you updates as you go along and inform you. But I happen to like this particular company because consistently they're spot on. And they give you all of the updates, what's added and what's deleted. You have to know in this particular case, in 2022, there were 159 additions, 32 deletions, and 20 revisions. And some have to do with us. For instance, you can't use low back pain. So if you use, here's one where Blue Cross Blue Shield correctly denied a claim because the doctor used M54.5 low back pain. You can't use that. You have to use M54.51 vertebrogenic low back pain. So you must update your diagnosis and your documentation so that your HCFAs have a valid, clinically approved code. And that's really important. We're going to talk about pain codes in just a moment, about throwaway codes. But the other thing that you have to be concerned of is that you're accurate. And you know what? I get it that some carriers don't want to pay, and it's a fight. But when you're the reason you're not getting paid, that's unacceptable to me. That just means you're not on top of your game. Now, here's the important about documenting thoroughly and accurately. It's about your reputation. It's about your reputation. You know, you talk about getting paid and compliance. Your reputation equals referrals. So who's looking at your reports? MD primary cares, MD specialists, lawyers. They're all looking at your reports and they're judging you. If you don't have the right codes, as a moment ago that I just shared with you, you are not going to get paid. And that's really important. You need to prevent audits and prevent lawsuits. And if you want to use your documentation as you should to get new patients, it's the easy button because your documentation is often your calling card, it's your business card. Here's what I do, and your referral sources are actually going to be looking at and reading it. But you see, your documentation is your shield to the carrier's sword because what you put on paper is going to prevent lawsuits. Mr. Rico could come knocking on your door. We'll talk about that later on. We'll talk about SIU, Special Investigative Units. And listen, this isn't Chicken Little, the sky is falling. It's real. If you were being sued by a carrier, how many people would you tell? The answer is nobody. If you got 20 new patients the past 2 weeks, you would tell every single person you know, because us chiropractors have a tendency of only sharing all the good things and sometimes embellishing on it, but not sharing the bad things. Oh, I'm being investigated by SIU, Special Investigative. I just got a loss. No one tells you any of those things. I'm the person they call. Gee, Dr. Mark, what do I do? I just got sued. Who do I call? What do I do? And because I'm like the father confessor. How do I get out of it? And my answer at that point in time is you have to hire a criminal defense lawyer. And yes, a criminal defense lawyer, because the lawsuit you're being charged with fraud. So the goal is, folks, not to scare you, and I'm not saying it's happening to you, but it happens more than you think. And by the way, your malpractice carrier will not cover you for fraud. They're not going to cover you for fraud. You're on your own. So you have to be careful. Will they cover you in a retrospective audit? Yeah, sure they will. ChiroSecure does that. But a retrospective audit is different than a fraud allegation in a lawsuit. Your documentation is your shield to their sword. Now, here's lazy shortcut, folks. Travel cards, the number one kiss of death. The carriers have already told me, and I have incredible relationships with attorneys from multiple carriers. And they've told me travel cards are the easiest way for them to win. Missed elements. You're supposed to put family history, social history, review of systems, past medical history, all these things. Those are missed elements. You're billing for time in 2021 and 2022. You inflame your time. I had someone who actually went to prison because he was putting down too much time, and the carriers actually put someone, they hired an investigator who sat outside of his office with a camera with a time clock to see how much time that person was in there. This is about 7 or 8 years ago. But doctors sometimes are so stupid that in a 24-hour period, they're billing for 27 hours worth of services. I mean, duh. I mean, how silly can you get, or stupid at that? My next favorite one is incident 2. My support staff is doing this incident 2. They're putting therapies on in states that they're not allowed. They're doing certain levels of evaluations where they're not allowed to make clinical judgments. They're pushing buttons to take x-rays when they're not allowed. Incident 2 support staff, you must be careful. And in order to have your staff do that, you need approval from your state board. And if you do not have it in writing, hey, hi, this is Dr. Student. Is Mary, my staff, allowed to do a leg link check on someone or put stim on or heat or ultrasound? Yeah, sure. You know what that's worth? 0. It has to be in writing. Shoot them an email. This email is to confirm, Mrs. Jones, what you just said from the board about what Mary could do. Or please respond with says that, yes, this is, you need a response where you have to have something in writing. Because if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. You have to protect yourself. Cookie cutter reports. The carriers right now, their mantra, the carriers, like in World War II, D-Day was Decision Day. That was, and they called it D-Day. They gave it a name. Well, the carriers name their campaigns also, and it's called fraud for profit. So the carriers have a fraud for profit scheme, and cookie cutter reports are called predetermined treatment plans. And that is a big no-no from them right now, because these folks are your end results of those things I just mentioned. And by the way, I'm a little bit demented. This is my book club reading list. 3 out of 4 of my kids are attorneys, so I got into search engines called LexisNexis and Westlaw. And I go on with them, and they pull up things, and I look at all these different federal complaints. These are RICO cases. This one's in 2020, 2018, 2016, 2018, and this is 2020. So we're talking relative new stuff. And this is Florida, New York, Seattle, Maryland. This is Michigan. So they're pretty indiscriminate of where they go and look, but they're going after people who are not playing by the rules. And the carriers have changed their plans of going after the big offices and big money to smaller offices because you can't afford the good lawyers and you roll over easier and they get paid quicker. So here's the other thing. And by the way, I know this is supposed to be how make your documentation easier, but I want to make it compliant and easier. I'll get to the easier in a minute. I'm only going to build a 99201 or a 202. Well, look at this. 99201, 202, and 203. There's a RICO case because the standards weren't followed. It doesn't matter what code you bill it. Down coding it doesn't get you off their radar screen. It doesn't. And there is no radar screen anymore. It's an algorithm. Their computers are very good at looking at different things. So it doesn't matter what you bill. You just have to do it right in what you build for. Now, when we look at reputation and compliance exposure, you see the screen, you can hardly read these documents. These documents were faxed and or scanned and emailed to me. Is this the type of work you send to when lawyers request information, or you're sending stuff to a co-treating physician? Even a carrier wants information. If this is the stuff you send and they can't read it, guess what, folks? Your reputation is trash. I mean, you're below that of a PT, not even on par with the PT, because PTs do damn good notes and they're legible. So you've got to ensure that your reputation is intact. And if you abdicate versus delegate, if you give your staff members stuff to do, and this is the kind of crap they're sending out, well, guess what? Your practice is going to be in trouble because it's going to reflect that. Everything has to be perfect. And you no longer pay careful attention to detail. You have to pay exquisite attention to detail because your competition is making you irrelevant. And in the marketplace, if you want your market share, you have to not only compete, but make your competition irrelevant. Now, look at the fancy terms I just used that has nothing to do with chiropractic. You're in the business world. Market share, marketplace, irrelevant. All of these things are applicable to chiropractic because we don't run mom and pop businesses. According to the SBA, we're a small business, which goes from $1 to $40 million. That's where we should be and where you should be. So when we look at documents, this is what they should look like when they go out, just like you're seeing here. And guess what, folks? You need to initial every single intake form, every one. And if you're doing it electronically, work with your EMR system, show that you electronically initialed each page or signed. So this way it validates that you've reviewed these things. Because if you don't initial it, how do we know that you've reviewed it? We don't. And certain things are allowable to be used, but you have to have verification you looked at it. So that's one easy way to help make you more bulletproof. But by the way, if you're using paper and not an EMR system and not typed, you're in the 1970s and 80s. You're irrelevant, by the way. You're very irrelevant to your referral sources. And that's very important. And you'll be treated like that. You'll be treated like that with the carriers also. Now, grammar matters. Look at this one. Here we go. This is one EMR system. The questionnaires was review and annotated. The last 100 doctors I asked what this word annotated meant, 98 didn't know what it means. It means to note on. So if you don't initial or make a note on your intake form, you just perjured yourself. Perjury is punishable by jail, fine, and or loss of license. Here's another one. Kylie was positioned. Kylie, doctor, you're on the witness stand. Do you have a relationship with Kylie? Do you smoke a cigarette when you're done and look in their eye and bat them in the eyelashes? I'm being obnoxious, but that's the point. It renders an air of prejudice by using the patient's familiar first name. Ms. Jones, Ms. Smith, never first named Kylie. Here's another one. An airbag did not, Kylie was positioned. An airbag did not. This is all written in first person. You never wrote anywhere, Ms. Jones reported the following. So this is where, doctor, did you watch that accident happen? Or did you watch Ms. Jones fall? Here's another really good one. The patient's vehicle may or may have not been towed from the scene. How could you, think about junior high school kids do better. And this isn't doctor's actual report. EMS may or may not have been at the scene. And then prescribe the medication. That's it. Just full colon, no sentence. And what medication? Was it an oxy or was it an aspirin? All these things, grammar matters. Now, by the way, this report, I got it from a lawyer because this report was circulated at a bar association meeting with the doctor's name on it. That person's reputation was destroyed because they were a joke. They were a joke. Even, and here's another one, mechanism of injuries. Under this section, patient complaints at the time. What does that have to do with mechanism of injury? And this is an initial E and M, see subjective, objective. Why is this in SOAP note format? Right away, you're telling every referral source that you're functioning as a physical therapist, SOAP. In E&M, evaluation and management, new patient eval and a re-eval is not done in SOAP note format. That's not a compliance issue. These are reputation issues. And folks, by the way, if you want to learn, I'm not done. I'm just throwing this in here. If you want to learn more, call me. Here's my email. If you want to take CE courses on how to do this, and I know I've only got another few minutes today, but if you want a 3-4 hour course on documentation made easy, go to teachdoctors.com. You could take courses there. If you want help getting personal injury cases, just give me a jingle or go to teachchiros.com. I'm more than happy to help you. Here's another good one. This is an actual new patient intake. This is a handwritten note. This one is going, and by the way, it was billed at a 99204. One patient is fraud because you don't have all the things that are needed in an 04. There's no time in here. We go to elements, no tests ordered or reviewed, and this is the what's needed in an 04. No interpretation of outside tests, no past medical history, no family social, no review of systems. This one patient constitutes fraud. If it's many patients, then the carrier can remand this over to a federal prosecutor, or they can go to their attorneys and drop a RICO suit on you under the Organized Racketeering Act for using a paper instrument in a systematized manner to defraud a financial institution called the insurance companies. So you've got to be really careful. You got to understand what's going on. It's easy. And you were taught in school, everything you learned in chiropractic college was accurate. I teach in 3 chiropractic colleges. I can tell you'll never get out of clinic with documentation like this. You'll never, ever, ever get out of clinic. This, folks, is fraud. Plain and simple. You're collecting money for work you didn't do. You need to, listen, go and Google it, look it up if you're not sure, get a coach. I'm more than happy. Get someone else. I don't care. You've got to be compliant, and that's critical. You know those throwaway diagnoses codes we use? Myalgia, low back pain, and neck pain. We call those throwaway codes. You should never use these diagnoses. They're very low level. And myalgia, what's causing it? Low back pain, what's causing it? Neck pain, you're not saying anything. So you've got to get into what's causing these things, and that's what you should be diagnosing, not using the throwaway codes. And the other thing is, and I'm bouncing back and forth, I should have put the throwaway codes after this. When you're looking at E&M as of January 2021, the E&M codes are time-based as well as elements. You have a choice. So you need to look at the coding. And by the way, you never use a 201 or a 211. They don't exist for a doctor. A chiropractor may never use a 201 or a 211 again. And they're time-based. But when you get into your reevaluations, you're often downcoding and cheating yourself because the 203, which is 30 to 40 minutes, is the same as a 214. Now that's 30 to 40 to 39 minutes. So basically, it's the same time, but a higher level of code in a reevaluation. So you've got to watch your coding. And you don't want to down code to stay off the radar screen. We showed you that before. That's absurd. You just have to be accurate and you have to document. You're also documenting for encounter time. Let me read this. This is now encounter time, not face-to-face. This includes reviewing patients' documentation before you see them. Additionally, this includes reviewing the intake after patient face-to-face time. This includes reviewing x-rays and MRIs. It does not include your staff's time. Now, if they do the original OPQRST, that doesn't include that. So it also mandates you initial every intake document if you're going to be billing for time when you don't see the patient. You count the time you reviewed the work your staff did, and that does not need, okay, this is incorrect, by the way. You cannot count the time your staff did. I apologize. You count the time you reviewed the work your staff did. That's allowable, and that does not need to be in front of the patient. It's also why you initial all the intake forms. Now, by the way, these changes are per Sam Collins from H.J. Ross. Sam's incredible, by the way, and if you want someone to help you with coding, he's wonderful. Doing a thorough clinical evaluation without cutting any corners should take every DC a minimum of 30 minutes. I cannot see, and I've done this a lot, how you could do an appropriate chiropractic intake by doing family history, social history, review of systems, past medical history, vitals, ortho, neuro, motor, sensory, plan, recommendations, reviewing their intakes in less than 30 minutes. It's almost impossible. You got to be cutting corners, and that's where you're going to get in trouble. Be careful. Now, let's look at consistency because reputation is the key. This is on E&M, which is evaluation and management. This is good. You're going to see this in every ortho, neuro, neurosurgeon pain management, and 30% of chiropractors, because I do compliance reviews just about every day of my life in the last 17 years. Introduction, including age, accident, incident history, case history, initial history, past medical history, family, social, allergies, review of systems, functional losses, vitals, exam, diagnosis, prognosis, test order, referrals, goals, treatment order. You will see this at every medical specialist in the industry. This is what I see in 70% of the Kairos offices, and not necessarily in this order. I reviewed one yesterday, past medical history. Then it went to duties under duress. Then it went to because they're pandering to the plaintiff's attorney. Inspection and vitals, range of motion, spinal palpation, neurological, limited, by the way, complaints down to number 7. Treatments done today, which does not belong in an initial evaluation. And number of visits, patient is going to be seen 12 times. You don't do that. That is against the rules. Patient, according to the Federal Register, CMS patient shall be reevaluated every 30 days. Cutting corners equal non-compliance. Want to know what the penalties are? Your money, your license, potentially your freedom, if you do it in a big enough way, in a bad enough way. But these are things which are ungood, which will get you not paid, which will get you no referrals, and can cost you all these things. It's just easier to do it right the first time, and it's actually simple. It's actually just as easy to do it right as it is to do it wrong. You just have to be willing to open your eyes and say, oh, I could do that. And every single person I go through this with, which again is a lot, who are here, which is at least 70%. And by the way, I could say that, I could say unequivocally right now that 95% of every chiropractor in the nation who's not working with me is committing some level of insurance fraud by cutting corners and being deficient in documentation. And I can only say that by looking at all the compliance reviews that I do on a daily basis. And out of those 95%, 90% of those doctors fixed their compliance issues within 2 weeks. 90%, because there are such simple solutions to help you get there, regardless of your EMR, regardless of how you do it. So you've got to take a hard look at what you're doing, docs. That's really, really important. Now, if you're using an EMR, which you should be using macros. They're mandatory healthy shortcuts. They're pre-templated, okay? Pre-templated, such as Mrs. Jones presented with a history of a car crash with cervical and lumbar pain. I ordered and reviewed her x-rays. Today's office visit for a new patient evaluation management is billed at 99203 due to the key components of a detailed history, examination, and medical decision-making of low complexity. This qualifies for 99203. You see what I did when I send this into the carrier? I'm actually telling them what I did. I'm telling them why you are not going to investigate me. It prevents lawsuits. I'm not going to pass an audit. I'm not going to need one. I'm going to be preventing it. And this is how you earn more money. You meet their issues. You just go to the obvious. Here's what they're looking for. I'm telling them why this met their needs. They're not going to audit me, and I'm going to probably send in my evaluation on the first visit. So why are they going to audit me if they already have my evaluation and the rationale? And that's the key. See, your staff also becomes a CSI agent, okay, crime scene investigator. On the initial visit, this is where it starts, folks. On the initial visit, your staff says, Mrs. Jones, patient, we're always curious about how you heard about our office, okay? Who told you about, Dr. Student? Oh, I heard it from my friend Sally. Oh, and then always say something nice about that person. Now, if it's an attorney, Do not put that lawyer's name on your intake forms anywhere, which says referred by Mr. Smith lawyer, because that could be an ethical issue for the attorney. Keep a separate spreadsheet away from the chart, nothing to do with it, which says where your referral sources, where your referrals came from, which referral sources, because it could jam them up and get a problem. Now, the next thing I always do is I always get information over the phone. My staff gets information. Oh, could you give us, listen, Mrs. Jones, before you come in, I'd like to pre-fill out some paperwork for you. Now, who doesn't like pre-filled out paperwork in a doctor's office? Everyone likes it. Why do you do that? Because, Mrs. Jones, we're going to save you a lot of time. What's in it for them? Now, what's in it for you? I need your insurance information. Could you please give me the insurance information on your insurance card? If it's a car accident, Mrs. Jones, would you mind taking a minute and just going in the glove box in your car and get your insurance card out? I'll wait a moment, I don't mind, and get the information. Before they come into your office, you call the carrier and qualify insurance. They might have been to 16 doctors for you and have no MedPay benefits. Their no fault might have been rescinded. They might not have paid their insurance policy. Do you want to start with a patient where you know they're not going to have any money available on that case? No, hell no. Now, if they don't have any money on a case and they have a lawyer, can I have the name of your lawyer, please? And you contact the attorney. What's the liability? What's the policy limits in this case? How does the liability look? I mean, all these different things you need to learn before you take this patient in, because the next thing you know, you're going to be treating the patient for free. And then the other thing you have to do is ensure you have the right documentation. For my clients, I had an attorney sit and write a 2-page document, assignment of rights, assignment of benefits, and liens, all in one document, which has all the language these doctors, my doctors need. My doctor, on average, their take-home pay after taxes goes up 61% the first year because they have the right intake forms, which gives them the ability to collect their money. If you don't have those things, you're in trouble. You need to gather the information. Do you have a police report? Now, why do you want that? You want a police report because a lot of information is in there about insurance policies, the other person, if it's third party. Not that you have claim to that, okay? But all of these things are important to have if they're in an accident. And again, you want their insurance, if it's Medicare, if it's managed care, if it's Medicaid, whatever it is, you need to qualify up front. Make sure it's paid, make sure there are benefits. So really, and by the way, if it is a car accident, can you bring a photo of the damage? You want to have that on record because later on, you're going to need that at some level. So these are the things you need. It all starts on the first phone call. And by the way, your staff had best give good telephone. And I mean that sincerely. Perky, happy. I used to put a mirror in front of, right behind the telephone, a mirror. And I told my staff, when you on the phone, you look at that mirror and I want to see a smile on your face because that smile is going to come through in your voice. And they laughed at me and they said, you know what, Dr. Mark, after some time, what a difference that made. Patients, it just changed the whole tone of the office. So there are so many little things that you can do, that you could do to make not only documentation easy, but use it as a strong source of referrals. And listen, folks, I love doing this stuff. It's so much fun for me. If you have questions, please call me. Here's my cell number. Here's my email address. If you want to take continuing education courses, go to teachdoctors.com. There's a ton of really, really good quality education taught by the best chiropractors in the industry, Harvard-trained neuroradiologists, Albert Einstein-trained vascular neurologists. I mean, the litany of people teaching are the best of the best, not just in our chiropractic industry, but in healthcare from all over the country, actually all over the globe. So we've got people internationally, just a lot of fun. If you need any coaching on personal injury, go to teachchiros.com. And listen, I'd like again to thank ChiroSecure so much for giving me the opportunity to share this platform. Next week, we have an attorney, Mike Misko. He's wonderful. I strongly urge you to be here and hear what he has to say. And for that, folks, I'd like to say thank you and just have a great day. Bye-bye.